how can one build and release products with high confidence? Through digitalization and globalization in an ever-expanding human population, the pace of doing business has never been faster and more uncertain. However, the core of good product delivery has not changed. They solve customer problems in order to deliver a world-class experience at the right time and place. Traditional organizations have organized around pools of specialism that create delays and knowledge handovers, delaying the real job from getting done. Due to complexity of handovers, it's very hard to follow all established compliance rules in order to release something to customers faster than startups can do. And because organizations are not empowering their product teams to be the real owners of their product, they're in constant flux based on stakeholder priorities and needs. By applying VFQ thinking and principles, you can change your team's product engineering to be competitive in today's market.
One of the challenges when developing complex systems is the lack of common context. When trying to break it down, we get an agreement between everyone involved. So, value for the customer helps everyone to extend their understanding of not just what they need to do, but rather what was needed before, what's next, or even why do we need this in exact number of steps. So by answering these questions, it leads people towards collaboration on a regular basis and sometimes even reduces the amount of handovers. So feedback cycles are also an important aspect of VFQ when it comes to help people to validate what they are building and even if everything is on track.
Do you struggle with releases and feel like missing out on opportunities in the market? How do you know your releases are frequent enough? Instead of relying on your gut feeling to evaluate release frequency, VFQ introduces measures to understand what your release frequency is like today and find opportunities to make improvements in the future. If there is only one person who can deploy, think about introducing some knowledge transfer sessions to upskill other people in the team. You may also be suffering an increase in scope because that one last final touch gets added several times, delaying the release. This carries a lot of risk as the release contains too many changes. In this case, think about how can you break the work down and deliver something of value to the customer sooner with clear acceptance criteria and a definition of done. Having proper measures in place will provide the data that you need to make appropriate improvements.
Most of you are familiar with situation when requirements and priorities change on the fly. It triggers pressure to deliver the sprint goal, and often it's even the main reason of not delivering on time. It doesn't feel fair for development teams, right? However, VFQ supports Agile principle where changing requirements are welcomed, even late on development. And I agree with that. This is how business works in a very dynamic environment. VFQ offers several ways to solve this challenge. First thing is feedback sessions, to identify this is a real problem. When this is clear, you can start experiments. For example, include extra time for unexpected changes in your sprint planning. Or even better, apply different Agile framework, such as Kanban, where you define clear policies with limits for unexpected but important work. VFQ states that teams should have high level of autonomy and open mindset, so they are able to make such experiments and solve problems by themselves. At the end, all sides are happy.
Teams often know something isn't quite right, but can't always pinpoint where is the biggest challenge in product delivery. This is where VFQ can help visualize where the biggest constraint is in your flow, helping to drive deliberate improvements in your team's ways of working, leading to better outcomes. Our next focus is to understand where the biggest challenges are in the testing process. This is covered in greater detail in the next video of this series.